So in your book, one of the things that, as I understand it, you assert is that change is a gradual process.
Right.
And we're an impatient society, partially because we're so connected, and I think that
Yeah.
people want change to happen overnight, and especially if you are working with a management that wants results tomorrow, how can you function inside of that environment and still drive the results? How can you
Yeah.
set expectations?
Well, I guess I would slightly paraphrase what you said, which is say change can be fast. It's the most important ideas that trigger change are often very slow in their development. That's what I call the slow hunch. So the whole, I'm trying to get outside of the idea of like the light bulb moment, where you're like, you have this sudden epiphany and the world changes and everything. If you go back and look at all sorts of innovations throughout history, the light bulb moment almost never really exists. And it's almost always this long process where somebody has a fragment of an idea and it sits in their head for a year or 2 years or 10 years before it turns into something really useful. So in some ways that's good news for an organization, because it means that as long as you create a culture and as long as you individually have your own kind of systems so that you have a place to keep those hunches alive while they are developing, you can still deal with your day-to-day, quarter-by-quarter kind of responsibilities, but you've just carved out some part of your mind that is like, I did have that idea back 5 years ago, and this new technology that just came out, maybe it's finally time for that idea to have its moment or something like that. So that's the thing that I think organizations need to do, and there are different ways to do it. 20% time, the way that Google gives some of its employees 20% of their time to kind of follow their own kind of hobbies and interests and hunches and stuff like that. That's one model. There are other ways to do it too.
For the latest news and trends on the commerce industry, visit thefutureofcommerce.com.